What is up, guys? James Baek here, and another episode of VGC back-to-back battle. Sorry for no episodes in the last couple of days. I have been very sick, if you guys don't know, and if you guys can't tell by my voice, I'm still sick, but I think I can at least record one video because I want to have daily uploads. I'm actually pretty upset because I already wasted my voice because I tried to record my last battle, but it just ended up me talking through this. And then what happened was the game I timed out, couldn't even pick my lead, and then it just led me in the worst possible position. And then in order to get back to the game, I had to win 1 out of 2 speed ties, and I lost both of them. So 2 out of 3 actually. Well, it was 1 out of 3. Oh yeah, 1 out of 3. So we're gonna see the team of Wishy Washy, Delamise, I think that's called. Toxapex, Marowak, Vikavolt, and Muck. I will lead. Kartana seems pretty good. Ninetales seems pretty good. He doesn't have a Trick Room user. Unless Delamise gets Trick Room, but I don't think it does. I'm Marowak and Milotic. So, yeah, I'm pretty sick. I'm sorry about that. So, I uploaded the Premier Challenge games instead. So, I hope that was able to satisfy you people, but of course I will be doing VGC back to battle still, and I will be trying to stream once I get rid of all whatever's in here. So let's get started. I don't know much about Delamise. I think it's base 131 attack, pretty slow. It's a ghost grass type, so sort of like Trevenant, but pretty high attack power. I don't think it gets Woodhammer though. It does get Phantom Force. Or is it Shadow Force that it gets? It might be. I think it's Phantom. So we're going to see the Muck Vikavolt lead. And that's pretty solid for me. Is it? Not really. He's threatening the KO on my Kartana potentially. I definitely want Prolongtivity. I think I'll just fire off a Sacred Sword into No. I'll fire off a Smart Strike into the Muck and Blizzard. Just for damage, because I need to put Muck in range of a Bonemerang. Vikavolt can get knocked out to a Flare Blitz, so weakening the Muck and putting in Bonemerang range seems like the most sense to me. So we'll get the Blizzard off. We're going to see the Poison Jab into Ninetales. We do have the Sash, though. No Poison, hopefully. We don't even need the Sash. No Sash. Popped in. Thunder Wave actually coming out. That's a new one. Vikavolt, Bug Electric type base. 145 special attack. Very low speed. Has a Levitate for its ability. I don't know much about it, though. What is it? Base 45 speed. Pretty good bulk. The Muck is not a berry, which is interesting. I think I can go for Smart Strike into Muck. And let's try to get this Aurora Veil up, because I want long... That way my Muck... Oh. He's got Shadow Sneak. I keep forgetting people can run that. But I was going to try to get the Aurora Veil up in order to live the Shadow Bone from the opposing Marowak. With my own Marowak, but we will get the Beast Boost with Kartana. We're still faster than the Vikavolt, who's going to use Volt Switch, so this isn't going to do too much. Yeah, we actually take that a lot better than I was expecting. I thought I'd do at least 20 more damage. Yeah, I'm still sick, guys. I'm sorry if this isn't the best thing to watch. Toxapex is going to come out. What does Toxapex even have for me? I know it's annoying in singles. It gets Cool Protect, which is Baneful Bunker. If you guys don't know, it's basically a Protect, but if you make direct contact, you will get poisoned. So, I'll go into my Milotic here, because if he goes into his Vikavolt, I should be able to knock it out with Night Slash. And if he goes into Marowak, well, I guess I can knock it out with Night Slash, but we're going to see Vikavolt come out. I will just fire off my Night Slash here. And I will just protect Milotic, because I want to scout what this Toxapex is going to do. This thing has very annoying defenses, though. It doesn't get good recovery, though. Actually, it gets Regenerator. It does get Regenerator. I think it gets an ability where if... I'm pretty sure it's the ability where if your opponent is poisoned, all your moves will turn into critical hits. But Kartana can't be poisoned. Of course, Milotic can be, and Milotic poison's already bad. I could see the Volt Switch from Vikavolt and a Toxic into Milotic. I'm hoping Kartana doesn't get paralyzed here, though. So Milotic will protect. We do get the Night Slash off. This might be able to pick up the KO. We are at +1. That did a lot less than I was expecting. Citrus Berry coming out. Thunder Wave into Milotic. And the Toxic into Milotic. Why would you Thunder Wave and Toxic? There was actually legit no reason to do that play. I swear, why does my school always call me when I'm recording? But I will fire off a Leaf Blade into Toxapex. I don't really care much about Marowak getting poisoned, so I will switch on to Marowak. It can absorb the electric type attack. The worst thing is if he goes for like a Scald, and I will try to put this Toxapex in Bonemerang range, so with Leaf Blade. Or is that a crit? Yeah, that's a crit. Nice. Hidden Power. Hidden Power Ice? Oh, okay. That boy almost caught me off guard. I thought that was Hidden Power Ground. It was targeting my... Okay, maybe it is Hidden Power Ground. We don't even know. But I thought it was targeting the Marowak with his Hidden Power and Scald. And I'm like, did you really make that play just to make me think that you're bad? Or a play that made no sense, so I would underestimate my opponent instead of saying bad. Like, I would underestimate him. That would have actually been beautiful. I would have actually really loved to see that. That would have been more fun, to be honest, but we get my Milotic back out. I will just go for the Protect, and I will... Wait, Toxapex gets recovered. Oh, shoot. I will go for the Bonemerang into Toxapex. I don't really mind taking a Scald and Marowak. We're actually going to see the Toxapex withdraw into Marowak. That's not a safe switch in PAL, unless he has something on the Vikavolt that could stop me from KOing the Marowak. Or maybe he wants to regenerate a health. But even then, I don't think it's worth sacking a Marowak, which could potentially just win the game. No, I don't think that crit mattered. Because a critical hit is 1.5. It looked like without crit, it would have half and then 2 would count. I gotta get rid of you ASAP. What is this? That thing gets guillotine? Alright, Toxapex is coming out. Yeah, it has Regenerator. I'll just try to Scald Burn the Toxapex, and I will Shadow Bone the Vikavolt 100%. As we're actually going to see the Protect, so that is fine. We get to KO the Vikavolt, I think, with the Shadow Bone. Then again, the Night Slash didn't do so much, so maybe this will be able to live it. Nah, this is Marowak. This is Thick Club Marowak. As he does get recovery with his Black Sludge, and... Wait, it has Protect, not Baneful Bunker. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. He had Thunder Wave and Toxic. I would just go for the Scald, and I'll go for a Bonemerang into Toxapex. Not the most competitive team, but I'm hoping to do 2 more battles. I might only be able to do 1 because of how well I'm feeling. We're actually faster than Toxapex. I thought Toxapex had like, what, base 50 something speed? Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I'm pretty sure it was base 51. I can't remember, or maybe it's my head, but we will be able to win our first battle against a Japanese player. Those are some cool mons. I do want to feature more cool mons on the channel. I just gotta get them first. And then start... Well, first I have to start making teams. Then I have to start building Eevee spreads. And then I have to breed the Pokemon, and then I have to Eevee train them, and then level them up. Actually, my friend told me that I don't really have to level them up because in this format of VGC, you can actually all your Pokemon will get raised up to level 50 instead of any Pokemon below level 50 will stay at level 50. So pretty cool how in VGC they're making it a lot easier to obtain Mons. But I don't think leveling up is that hard. I just do the cafe and then the Elite Four, and it's pretty easy. So you find a 16-18 rated player from Japan, and this is a pretty similar team to a team I faced in the Premier Challenge. Danny Hemchen, who was my top 4 opponent, had similar Mons. He had the Crocodile, the Gudra, Tapu Lele, and I think he had Tapu Bulu. I think he also had Tapu, not another Tapu. He had a Celesteela for sure. I don't remember what his last Mon was. And I want to prepare for this team. Milotic seems pretty good. This team really struggles against Kartana, jeez. And conversion could be extremely annoying too. Let's go Milotic and I think Porygon2 is just a safe lead. Yeah, I'll have Kartana and I'll have Marowak in the back, I think. Because Marowak and Trick Room just does so much work against my opponent's team, especially if I break the Focus Sash on the Kartana, well, potential Focus Sash, and weaken the Gudra. Otherwise, it looks like I think Marowak can sweep, yeah. So I'll set it up to a late game Trick Room, most likely. That'll probably be my game plan. So we are going to see my Milotic and Porygon2 versus my opponent's Tapu Lele and Kartana, as we are going to see the Psychic Surge activating the Psychic Terrain, and we are going to get my download boost. I think we will get Special Attack. Yes, we will, because of Kartana's pitiful Special Defense, but this is pretty bad. If the Tapu Lele carries Taunt, which it very well could on this team, I think it's just... Or a Z-move. A Z-move would devastate me. Well, a Leaf Blade shouldn't be able to knock out my Milotic. So I think I'll just Ice Beam, and I think I'll attempt to Trick Room. Like, I'm trying to make sure I don't lose, like, a potential game-winning, like, one of my Mons this turn without a double target. So we're going to see the Psychic. It's Scar Tapu Lele into the Porygon2. That does way too much. Leaf Blade's going to come out. We'll target down the Porygon2. Not Choice Banded, but I'm surprised maybe, I'm guessing no Sacred Sword from that option. Ice Beam will come out, and that's not Assault Vest either on the Kartana. And we will get Trick Room up. Perfect. And what I can do here is just Ice Beam the Kartana. He doesn't have a safe switch into Ice Beam. He really doesn't. And I can just recover off with Porygon2. And stall out this Psychic Terrain. As we're going to see the Detect come out from the Kartana, which makes complete sense. I'm guessing a Psychic's going to go into Porygon2. But this Tapu Lele is just getting stalled out. And once Psychic Terrain is over, it can't do much damage. Ice Beam does come out. The Psychic will come out. Of course, he does have a chance to get a Special Defense drop. Yep. And I would go for Scald, but I'm actually really not confident if it knocks out from that range. So I'm just going to recover Ice Beam again. He does have a safe switching for Ice Beam. He's going to withdraw Kartana. Maybe Tapu Bulu? Gudra. Okay. Makes more sense. So we get super effective damage. I'm hoping this isn't weakness policy Gudra, because those have snuck past me before. Ice Beam has come out. That looks like Assault Vest. Yeah, that should be Assault Vest. And the Psychic into Porygon2 once again. He just will keep going for Psychic, it looks like. I don't really have a problem with Tapu Lele. The reason I don't have a problem against Tapu Lele is I have Marowak combined with Assault Vest Kartana in the back. So I think I'll just keep going for Recover and Ice Beam here until he finally decides to either double target the Porygon2. Or if he doesn't decide to do that, hey, I keep getting the Recover off. Dragon Pulse is going to come out. We'll target down the Porygon2. And I get the free switch in if it knocks out Porygon2. So I'm fine with either way. Ice Beam into Goodra. Okay, that's Shadow Ball range. 100% Shadow Bone range. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot even breathe. We will go out into our Marowak. Again, Tapu Lele is not the threat. The Goodra is the threat this time. And if it's Assault Vest, it cannot go for Protect. I will just Scald the Tapu Lele here and Shadow Bone the Goodra, because I am guaranteed a KO on the Goodra. And I highly doubt that the Tapu Lele will stay in. It just switches out, exactly as I anticipated. Crocodile is actually coming out. And Shadow Bone will pick up the knockout onto the Goodra. And we will get a competitive boost, which is fantastic. Ah, nice. So I'm glad I went for the Scald into that slot and the Shadow Bone into this slot. Yeah, Goodra couldn't live it. I didn't expect it to. I mean, Marowak is still strong. Scald is going to come out into the Crocodile. Does pick up the knockout. And I believe we have no more turns of Trick Room left. Okay, I miscounted. But we're still good. The Tapu Lele is still Scarfed. Unfortunately, he does get to reset the terrain, which is unfortunate. For me, at least. But I think it's going to come down to damage rolls. Yeah, I think it comes down to damage rolls. Yeah, I think it comes down to if Psychic KOs Marowak or not. Or if Leaf Blade can... I don't think Leaf Blade will KO my Milotic. I don't think it will. So I'll just Scald the Kartana and I'll just go for the Shadow Bone. Actually, if I just knock out Kartana, I win, but he could just Protect, so I will just Shadow Bone the Lele. Getting rid of one basically just secures the game anyway, as we will see the Psychic come out. Will Marowak be able to survive? Nope. Apparently my spread isn't... Well, it is a roll. Oh, but he decides to double up with Night Slash, which is completely fine. I thought he might do that as well. So it looks like he has Night Slash over Sacred Sword we saw Detect earlier. So that's an interesting option. But Kartana does go down, and we will be able to bring out our own Kartana, and... You know, I don't even know if a crit knocks me out. I guess if he double crits, he wins the game here, but I have no reason not to go for Scald. And... Steal Smart Strike right here. I have no reason not to go for it. I'm Assault Vest, so let's see how bad we take the Psychic anyway. Yeah, crit would have knocked us out. I think that's hilarious. But Smart Strike will be able to KO the Tapu Lele. And I was fully anticipating the crit because for some reason, whenever I run AV Kartana, I just ended up getting crit and knocked out by special attacks anyway. And then I think to myself, I should run Focus Sash. But anyway. Alright, so we're able to get 2 wins. Maybe we can snag a third one. Maybe Ninetales can do something really vital. Because we haven't really brought Ninetales to a vital game. So, let's see. Let us see. Can Ninetales do work? I don't know. This team's pretty interesting. Porygon2 is interesting. I might replace a slot, though, because that fighting weakness is really hurting my team, in my opinion. We're seeing a lot more fighting types now, especially... This team has, like, no answers to Hariyama. Like, any answers to opposing Hariyama. We're going to find 1594 rated player from Japan, Wing, here. With the Torkoal Lilligant, Garchomp, Oranguru, Tapu Lele, and Nihilego. So, let's see. Oh boy. What's good about this is if I get rid of... If he decides to go for a Trick Room mode, Milotic can actually beat that with the Maranga Berry boost. But if he leaves to Lilligant, that's a different story. And I can't really bring Kartana in this matchup. Or at least, I have to be very careful about how I want to play Kartana in this matchup. Maybe I could... Okay, Milotic should be the lead because I want to activate my Maranga Berry as quick as possible. Maybe Milotic Hariyama? Yeah, Milotic Hariyama. Let's try Ninetales and Porygon2 out. I kind of want to bring Kartana, but I'm not exactly sure if my opponent would bring Tapu Lele. Probably should, to be honest. But no, I do want to reverse the Trick Room if he does try to get Trick Room up. So that's why I kind of want to bring Porygon2. And we'll see how this goes. We're going to see Torkoal Oranguru, so kind of what I expected basically. And I learned you can't instruct Solar Beam, so that's really good information to know. We will get our Hariyama and the Milotic out on the field. I can go straight for the knockoff into the Oranguru. He's probably Telepathy because he does have a Garchomp. But to me, I don't think it really matters too much. Because I do want to knock out that item. And I do have a Wide Guard on this team, so that's pretty good for us. So I will just go for the safe knockoff Scald play. If he wants to protect Torkoal and Trick Room, that's completely fine by me. We're actually going to see Torkoal withdraw, actually, into Lilligant. Good play by my opponent. We will get the Scald off. If we could get a burn, that would be nice. We do break a potential Focus Sash on Lilligant. No burn, and the taunt coming out from the Oranguru onto the Milotic. Okay. Knockoff going to go into Oranguru doing a huge amount of damage. What's up with that damage? And it's Mental Herb. Okay. So I'm guessing we're going to see the Bloom Doom or the... Okay, maybe he was expecting the Ninetales switch. That makes sense to me. I'm going to actually switch out into my Porygon2. Because I need my Milotic to deal with the Torkoal. And I will just go for the all-out pummeling into the Lilligant. Maybe Solar Beam. Maybe... Oh, wait. He can instruct Solar Beam. I keep forgetting. But I need to save my Milotic. I see he set up the taunt play so I couldn't protect. But I will be able to send out Porygon2 here. We will see the Z move activate. And I can only guess it's going to be the Bloom Doom targeting down my Milotic. And if it's into Hariyama, I'm pretty sure I live it anyway. But I don't think I live the Psychic afterwards, so I guess that could be a problem. But Hariyama's not exactly the important thing that I need to preserve. And I'm pretty sure that my... Oh, wow, he actually does target the Hariyama. Okay, I respect it. Yeah, we're able to live. And you can't instruct Z-moves, pal? What are you doing? Just go for Psychic. If you guys don't know, Z-moves you can only use once, plus the fact that they only have 1 PP anyway, so it fails anyway. We'll get this all-out pummeling, and we get rid of Lilligant, so that means my Milotic is looking in a fantastic position right here. Look at this animation. That should KO Lilligant, yep. Lilligant goes down, and I don't care that I wasted my Z-move. I used it on the Pokemon that I really needed it to. Because now I can move my Milotic pretty easily. Tapu Lele could come out here. It is the Tapu Lele. I might have spoke too soon. But luckily we don't have to worry about a Z Psychic. So... I don't know. Toxic's pretty safe into the Tapu Lele. I guess I'll just go for the knockoff into Oranguru once again. I need damage on the Tapu Lele. This is the problem with not bringing Kartana, but I'm fine with it. I'll take Ninetales. We will see a knockout from the Tapu Lele, and we're going to see the taunt come out. Oh, right, I can't go for Toxic. Oh, wow. I forgot. Do Oranguru and Porygon2 speed tie? I don't remember. I can bring out my Milotic, though. And I'm pretty free to just fire off an Ice Beam into the Oranguru slot. Yeah. And go for the Protect. Stall out this Sun. Stall out this Terrain. If he decides to cycle the Porygon, that's fine by me. Yep, we'll see the Psychic into Porygon. And we'll probably see a Taunt come out. Instruct, actually. Ooh, good play. I respect it. Psychic's gonna come out. That should be... We should live... Yeah. And we will get the Scald off. Oranguru living, but I think now... How many turns of Sun are left? One turn of Sun. So he would get the Sun up no matter what I do. Okay, maybe I made this a bit harder on myself, but I will go out into Ninetales right here. And I will fire off a Scald into Oranguru, trying to pick up the KO on Oranguru with the Scald plus the hail damage. So the fact that I force his Torkoal back in and he can't make the Instruct plays anymore. Also the fact that I get to keep Porygon2 alive, so I win the Weather War. We see the Psychic come out. I'm hoping Scald picks up the knockout because that would be really nice, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be especially defensive with how bad it took the knockoff. So Scald is going to come out. Oranguru does faint. Perfect. Nice. And I actually can set up an Aurora Veil. I can switch out my Ninetales, sack my Porygon2, and then I can Aurora Veil, and then he shouldn't be able to break through. Unless he crits, of course. Or if he has Calm Mind or Sub or something, I guess that would be annoying. Torkoal's gonna come out. I will always switch out my Ninetales right here to reset the weather. And we will protect my Milotic. Not to take any excess damage. Or unnecessary damage. So we will send out my Porygon2. And now we only have to focus on this Tapu Lele once Hail is set up. Because Torkoal can't Solar Beam. Heat Wave and Eruption are going to do pathetic damage to my Milotic after I get my Maranga Berry boost. Plus the Aurora Veil. Just going to keep psychicking the Porygon2. And I'm guessing a Solar Beam is going to come out from the Torkoal. We have to target down that... the fact that I actually have to target down that Torkoal. That's frustrating. I swear that connects. Oh boy. Aurora Veil Scald. He might protect Torkoal, but I have to target down Torkoal because I can win against the Tapu Lele. I can't win against the Torkoal. Oh, he's Scarf. Okay. Please don't hit Fisher. Please don't hit Fisher. Please don't hit Fisher. We will get the Scald off. Doing a nice amount of damage. Why are they so lucky? Well. Alright, so here's what would have happened, guys. Here's what would have happened if Fisher didn't connect. I would have been able to protect my Milotic. I'm pretty sure Psychic Terrain was over by then. I'm pretty sure it was. I get to eat my Maranga Berry after he goes for the Psychic and non-boosted Terrain. Do about what? 50 damage since he's Scarf? I Scald the Torkoal even if it protects. Unless he keeps critting with the Tapu Lele, I win. But then he reveals the Fisher. 30% accurate. Gave him the win condition. Why even run Fisher on Torkoal? You have other options. I don't know, but that's my luck for you. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, leave a like down below. Show your support in the channel. Rest in peace, me. If you guys saw that Fisher, be sure to comment down below. And if you guys have anything else you want to say, feel free to leave a comment. Also, check out the paste spin of this team in the description down below. You can also check out the rest of my videos if you have missed any episode of VGC back-to-back battles. Check out my social media. And if you want to support the channel, Patreon is always there for you. I'm adding rewards tomorrow, actually. And otherwise, yeah. I'll see you guys around in another video. I still can't believe that happened.